guys! So today I'm going to be doing a book review on How I Live Now by Meg Rosoff. This book was originally published in 2004, but this is the new 2013 movie cover edition. And I don't hate it. I don't hate it. How I Live Now tells the story of 15-year-old Daisy who moves from New York to England to live with her cousins. Later on in the book, it's revealed that the reason for her moving is that her stepmother is currently pregnant and doesn't want her in the house and is just basically trying to get rid of her. Evil stepmother, blah. You know how it goes. At first, upon arriving and meeting her cousins, she thinks they're kind of strange. She has a few cousins, but the main two are Edmund and Piper. Edmund is her age, and she just instantly has a connection with him that she can't really explain. Piper is younger, she's 9. She's wise beyond her years. She's kind of like the mom in the group, and Daisy instantly takes a liking to her. This book is told in a first-person stream of consciousness type of narrative. It's very different from anything I've ever read before. There's no punctuation, no quotation marks, and being grammar crazy, it was a little hard to get used to, I can't lie. But once you get into it, it just kind of flows. Daisy is harboring a few secrets. Her cousins instantly notice how thin she is, and it worries them. It is soon revealed that Daisy has an eating disorder, but as opposed to the sort of eating disorder that a lot of young girls have, which has to do with control, hers has to do with getting attention, which I think is something that she definitely lacked from her father growing up. Daisy's mother died giving birth to her. She has a lot of problems, and she doesn't get attention from her father or her stepmother, and I think the eating disorder is her way of trying to get attention in other ways. It might not be the attention that she wants, it may be negative attention, but it's still attention, and it's something that she craves. Pretty quickly, Daisy gets used to the lifestyle in the English countryside. She begins to realize how nice it is, how different it is from the city, but she starts to fall in love with it. And she also starts to fall in love with someone else. There are some incestuous themes in this book, so beware, but it's very... I kind of felt like if the author didn't give it too much attention and kind of grazed over it and just, it wasn't the main focus of the story, I didn't spend too much time thinking about it. Yes, it was strange and wrong, but it wasn't the main point of the story. This story takes place in present day, maybe a little bit off into the future, but not too much. Definitely the 21st century. There's been rumors that a war will be starting. There's not really a whole lot of information about why it starts. The war ends up happening while Daisy's aunt is off in a different part of the country, which leaves the children to fend for themselves. From there, the kids have to deal with being on their own without supervision, without a parent, without anything, without rules. And that's kind of when Daisy and Edmund's relationship becomes full bloom. Nobody really cares too much about it. It's almost like the other cousins are kind of encouraging it. Soon, with the war breaking out, they lose electricity. They're given rations of food. They can't travel. Medicine is very low, and it's going back to living in a way that they're not used to. Probably Daisy more than the cousins, though, because they live out in the countryside and they're used to kind of doing things on their own. It isn't long before Daisy and Piper are separated from Edmund and the rest of the boys. And through the rest of the book, it's Daisy's journey of getting back to Edmund and getting back to her aunt's house. This book, it's very sharp. Daisy's very sardonic, and the dialogue, it's very quick and witty and dark at the same time. It feels very authentic. It feels like a teenager is really living this. I can't really say that I enjoyed the book, but I do recognize that it is a good book, and I'm glad that I did read it. The story was just kind of slow, and at times I just kind of felt like, where's this going? But it does deal with some very important themes. And overall, I think that Daisy really grew as a character. She learned what was important in life, and that was definitely interesting to read about. Alright guys, so that's all for this review. Please let me know in the comments if you've read How I Live Now, what you thought of it, if you're interested in picking it up. While I did say I didn't necessarily enjoy this book, I would probably still recommend it because it's a good story and it's a good message. So I will see you in my next video. Bye!